or visit alanon.org/help.
Good evening, everybody. How are you getting on tonight? It's your boy DC, and this is Out of the Fog, a local matters show that goes right across the province, and it's all about cool people doing cool things, man. Straight up. Tonight, we have Janet Cull. She is going to sit right here. I can't even believe how lucky I am to be hanging out with her. She's also going to rock 2 songs for you, and you can't wait to check them out off her brand new album, Real Tough Love. And then we have Kevin Major, an incredible author who has done so much for the screen, the stage, and the paperback novel, and he has a brand new book he's going to talk to us about, and one on the way. Stay tuned, hang out with us. This is Out of the Fog, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. This is Out of the Fog, and what you're about to tune into is something rare. Check it out, Janet Cull.
Chalking it up to restless years. It's time to be leaving soon. I've tried to reach for you, but you're long, 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 long gone. Forever, what's forever? No, nothing you don't respond the same. Your silence is so awfully loud. I wish your memories could somehow leave me too. But you can forget that, 'cause there's just no getting over you. Forever, what's forever? Looking
You're watching Rogers TV St. John's.
Looking for the best way to get the Major League Baseball games you want to watch? Rogers Super Sports Pack has you covered. With MLB Extra Innings, you'll have a premium ticket to out-of-market regular season games with all games available in HD. Don't miss the action from the games you want from both the American and National Leagues. MLB Extra Innings, part of the Super Sports Pack. For only $35.95 a month, Rogers customers get all this for one all-inclusive price. Order using your remote starting on channel 431 or visit Rogers.com today.
You're watching Rogers TV St. John's.
Welcome back, everybody. It's your boy DC. This is Out of the Fog, and what a little audio fest we just had, and more to come. But for now, to my left, the one and only Janet Cull.
Hi, DC. How you doing?
I'm doing wicked.
So good to see you.
Always great to see you, especially with this fashion.
Well, thank you. Today I'm wearing Charlotte Reed's fall line.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
And I mean, it's always fall, winter, and spring here. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
you can't go wrong with a bit of wool, right?
no, indeed. We're talking about my socks, but we won't get into that. We won't give credit where credit
gorgeous.
is not due.
That's right.
Right? We won't do that. Janet, as long as we've been bopping around in the music scene, the Janet Cull Band, and who is this? And oh my God, have you heard her voice? She's unreal. And then the evolution into your first solo album came out, and we all lost our damn minds. And now a sophomore release has come down the pipe. How does it feel to have created such a body of work?
I feel accomplished. I always knew back when I first decided to do this as a career where I wanted to go and the sound I wanted to make. It just took 20 years of experience to make it. And I'm over the moon with the new record. I'm very, very proud of it.
Well, the feedback you're getting is unreal. Are you proud?
Yes. I'm beyond proud. It was a really rough time in my life while I was writing the songs. So to have the silver lining, it's really special.
Talk about the writing process, because, you know, singing, playing, writing, so many facets of being an artist. What's your favorite?
I love live performance. I feel that is when I'm the most authentic me. I just lose myself in it, and I always have. But I also love the studio. You know, studio is wicked. Like, especially I always do things live off the floor, so you're feeding from the other musicians. It's just, I love it all, man. I really do. I feel so blessed.
And if only you were good at any of it, you know?
I know, right?
Damn,
God.
next life, I guess. I gotta say, there are so many moments that I've been lucky enough to capture over the years of you performing. Loose Tie is a place that you light up when they're lucky enough to have you.
I love that venue.
Well, I'll tell you, we strolled in to see you, and we were
remember that.
that in such form, the charisma, the music, everything about what you do is so rare and so intoxicating. You must get a lot of feedback from the shows.
I do, actually, and people want real. Do you know what I mean? And the music business, a lot of it is just drowned out with garbage. You know, it's like a music industry is like, okay, you do this, look like this, sing this, play this. And I've never played that game. And that's why the music stands up. It's why it's so good.
It's true.
Right?
Brad?
Oh, my God, Brad Jefford. I don't even know what to say. He's like my right arm. He's amazing. We just connect.
It's crazy.
It's like we're one person.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
You could be across room performing, and you can almost see the intuition and the anticipation. For people who've been to a show, how much work goes into creating that magic?
Well, I don't want to call it work because it's so enjoyable.
I get it.
But a lot of time. You know, it's a lot of. Brad and I started actually playing together at Spirit Newfoundland.
No way.
Yeah. So, you know, you start working with someone in whatever capacity, and then it's like full circle. Now we're playing my original music. So it's years of performing together, and feeling each other out, and like, okay, what is Janet like? What is it Brad like? So we're at the point now where I don't even think about anything when I'm on stage with them. You know, you don't have to worry, oh, is Brad gonna catch me if I fall? Yeah, 100%.
And it is acrobatics and theatrics, and it is intuition and anticipation, and they're intangible things. And I think that's what people who come to see a show sometimes don't understand, and whether they do or not don't matter. But it's the reality, and artists understand.
Oh, yes.
When an artist rolls in to check out an artist, we're looking for the anticipation and the unspoken energies of connection.
Yeah, and it inspires you.
Yeah.
Right? Like when I go see a local artist, like, say, Jody Richardson.
Oh, my gosh.
God. Yeah, he's a rock god. But, you know, it's so inspiring, and it's like, yes, yes, like, it's not just me. We're a big family, especially here in St. John's.
Big time.
The scene is incredible.
Well, I saw y'all Instagramming out your amazing lives with the NSO. I mean,
my God.
Could that have been any more of a powerhouse performance night with so many incredible singers?
It truly was unbelievable. And the night before dress rehearsal was my birthday. And I'm sitting in the theater, I'm like, here I am, 44. Did I dream that I would be here at 44 with an orchestra watching some of the most talented singers in the world?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like world class.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just sitting there like, God, I love my life. Thank you, universe.
And we love it for you. I want to
Thank
ask
you.
you, though, what about real tough love, you know? What about it?
Real tough love. It's tough, right?
Don't I know it? Don't have me have my own little show to talk about that.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know, I don't even know what to say. Nothing romanticizes like music. That's so you always have that to go back to. It's like when times are tough, and you know, love sometimes is not unconditional, and that's what I've learned in the relationships I've been in. But music, man, it always brings me there.
Favorite song, if you had to pick one song to blow the world away, what is your go-to? Original or cover, up to you.
Mommy's Boy. Inspired
play
by my
that.
beautiful son, Jack Henry Miller.
What's next?
Well, my tour is coming up in 2 weeks, so we open on April the 14th here in St. John's, and then we're doing all the island, and we're going to Labrador, which is wicked, on the big land.
Yeah.
I'm also doing a lot of cool stuff with a local rapper named DK.
Okay.
And so I've been laying down a lot of hooks for him
Very
the past couple
cool.
years. Yeah, and
Very
he's a
cool.
young guy, so you know, it's nice and hip. It's keeping me.
Of course, we all want to be
Yeah.
where the energies are going.
And it's real nice to be, you know, have a 25-year-old be like, come on now, come in and sing a hook for me. I'm like, yeah, of course.
We're all adults
let's
here.
do it.
Sure, let's do this, right? I think that's amazing. I can't wait to see what comes out of that. And I love genre swapping. I love all that energy, and that's what we want because it's all collabing and colliding, and that's like
It
cool
really
for
is.
us.
And I love hip hop, and it all it all comes from soul music.
Totally.
Right? Everything does.
It does.
So, and
who
he's
better?
an incredible artist. Oh my gosh. Yeah, check him out.
I will, but right after we check you out.
Yes.
Guys, we're gonna hear another song from Janet. We can't wait to check it out. Until then, get on, check out Janet Cull, come to the Arts and Culture Center for shows. We can't wait, we love it. Will you come back again?
Absolutely. You know I will.
Will you dress like this?
Oh, it's always going to be a surprise.
I love it. Keep me guessing, baby. This is Out of the Fog. We'll be right back after this break. Yo, that was cool.
It all started when I racked up some serious debt. Interest payments were going up, creditors were calling. Janes and Noseworthy came up with a plan. Knowing that the phone was going to stop ringing and that I was not in this alone was a huge relief. Bankruptcy or a consumer proposal or whatever help you get is not the end. It's just the beginning. A chance to start again with knowledge and support and people in your corner. Are you ready? Get out of debt. It's okay.
Learn more about Leah's story at janesnoseworthy.ca.
Being stuck in your home during this pandemic also means you have a home. Waiting in line for groceries means you have money for groceries. The isolation, being broke and totally scared about what's next. I was feeling that before this crisis. People say we're in this together, but me, I've got no one.
Youth who have aged out of the child welfare system are in danger of falling further through the cracks because of today's crisis. They need your support. Please give today at helpyouthnow.ca.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Out of the Fog, and am I ever feeling lucky to be hanging out with such a well-loved master of the pen, It is the one and only Kevin Major. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Great to be here.
First time actually being lucky enough to interview you, so thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, I'm terrifically pleased to be here. Thanks.
Thank you so much. So we were just talking, about so much leading in, and it often happens this way before the camera starts rolling. We're having the real chat, and we have to remember, oh no, like we have to pull ourselves out. It's all about writing, the effort of creating a book, and it's no joke, is it, Kevin?
No, it's not, and people say, oh, it must get easier over time, and it really doesn't. I've tried over my career, and we're talking 40 years now or plus, to do different things. I've done young adult books, I've done children's books, I've done lots of adult books, nonfiction, some poetry. So now I'm into a new venture of mystery writing.
What led you?
Well, I have to give thanks to my wife, Anne, who said, Kevin, you've written these 3 historical novels. They're pretty serious business, and they did take a lot of research, and there were pretty serious events in Newfoundland history. But she said, you have a good sense of humor. Maybe you could start making use of that. So I created this character called Sebastian Sinnard, and who's actually a tour guide to begin with. But following the untimely death of one of his participants, ends up over time becoming partly a private eye as well. So over the course of the first book, called One for the Rock, most of which was set here in St. John's. And, he gets a taste for unraveling the mystery of why this person ended up at the bottom of the cliff on Signal Hill. So that leads him on to other adventures. And I specifically made him a tour guide because it allows me to move to different parts of Newfoundland.
Love that.
Yeah. So the second one was called Two for the Tablelands. Pretty well know we're talking about Gross Mourne.
Sure.
The most recent book is Three for Trinity. And I've spent a lot of time in Trinity working with Rising Tide Theatre and Donna Butt and so on. And Donna's the central character in the story. And if you know Donna, she's pretty well a character in herself. And then the fourth one is coming out this fall. Yeah, I'm just getting to the end of the draft that I can send off to the editor.
I mean, spoiler alert, is it 4 for Fogo? I mean, I'm just trying to follow the theme. I'm just trying to I'm hot on the scent, Kev, you know what I mean?
That's a terrifically good guess. I should say yes, it is, because Breakwaters announced what it is, so it is for Fogo Island.
Love.
But part of it takes place on Change Islands as well.
Gotcha, close by. Same church, different pew.
Yeah, that's right.
It's so exciting for me as a creative in my own realm, but to write a body of work of length and of, substance, I don't know if my ADD mind can pull it off, you know? I mean, what is the labor of love in creating a book?
Well, I had to say, it's lovely to be able to pick up a book and think, over time you put that together and people read it, and most people, not everybody, but most people enjoy it. And people write and say, this has been a great read. I enjoyed reading what you wrote. And, some of the books have remained in print for all these years, like Hold Fast, the first one that I published. Yeah.
Were you blown away by the reception of that piece of work?
Of Hold Fast?
Yes.
I knew at the time that I had written something that was a bit out of the mainstream, that it was a bit different. Most books for young people at the time, teenage central characters were, animal stories, not real life characters that I saw, at least for the most part. And especially in Canada, there started to be filter out other books in other parts of the world with more real teenage characters. So I've kind of fit into that stream. And yeah, I was really pleased with the reaction to it, the critical reaction.
Yeah.
Some people took offense to some of the stronger language at times.
Sure.
Some of the sexual references and so on. But overall, it's remained in print for 40 years, which is terrific. And you know, a few years ago, there was a movie made from it, which I thought they did a great job with it. And so, you know, the story continues.
We joked before the start that, you know, you can have a baby or you can write a book in terms of the time it takes, which a lot of people who are avid readers or lovers of reading, fiction or non, you know, we often don't appreciate the amount of time that it truly takes to bring a story to life in that context.
Yeah. Well, if you look at like As Near to Heaven by Sea, which was a history of Newfoundland and Labrador, which I hesitated for a long time to undertake, I was asked by a publisher to do it because I knew just how much work was involved. So it was 3 very, very full years of research and writing. And I was pleased with what came from it. It was, you know, again, a pretty good reception for the book. But it was a big, big commitment of my life, of my writing life. With these books here, I'm trying to bring out one a year, you know, and that creates a bit of pressure.
Sure.
You have to work, you know, pretty steadily for the 10 months and then edit it for the other 2 probably. But you know, they're different type books, obviously.
Sure.
You know, it doesn't require the research that the other books did, and you know, there's a narrative voice that's pretty free flowing. So yeah, so through it all, it's been really interesting.
And more to come, no doubt.
Well, you know, we got 1, 2, 3, and you know, could go on forever.
Well, we hope so.
As long as the brain holds up.
Well, it's doing good so far. I'll tell you what, I appreciate it. It's so amazing, and I feel so lucky to have someone as accomplished as yourself who is able to show us ourselves in these different fiction and nonfiction routes that you've taken, and I look forward to everything that comes next. Final moment, where can we access these books? Breakwater.com, where else?
Well, in any of the bookstores around town, and certainly online. Yeah, they're readily accessible. Yeah, so all these routes. You can, if you're in Newfoundland, you can order actually directly from Breakwater.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Will you come back again?
Absolutely.
When that book is done, I want you right here. I want all 4 of these books fanned out like that. Guys, Kevin Major, check out his work. An incredible writer, author, and creator. This is Out of the Fog, and we'll be right back after this break. Just like that.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Well, Bias, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. What a wicked show we had. Kevin Major, thank you so much for your talent. And now to sing us out, one more tune, backed up by the incredible Brad Jefford and Aubree Lambe. Check her out right across the province starting on the 14th of April. It's Janet Cull. This is Out of the Fog. We'll see you guys next time.
Tossed into a world of sin. As long as I can remember, I've been fighting for nearly everything. Hold you underwater, but now these tides, they do last longer. And I know you women understand all that. Since I'm no longer just a daughter, since I turned woman, she turned woman. Since I turned woman, she turned woman. My fears, like times are changing, they're dragging me under my own skin. I've been raging, raging, raging to be born again. And I know that a new life will begin again and again and again and again. Since I'm no longer just a daughter, no. Since I turned woman, she turned woman. Since I turned woman, she turned woman. Woman, woman. No longer no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Since I turned woman, she turned woman. Since I turned woman, she turned woman. I no longer a child. I'm a mother. Yeah, I'm your mother. I turned woman. She turned woman. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
If you have a comment about this